Hey Vance, I wanted to talk about unadulterated joy today and standing in audacity, um, being just authentically and fully joyful and present in ourselves because it is something that I've been struggling with accepting in myself that I did another video about rest being a birthright. But what about joy? Yes, we feel joyful, but it's sometimes I get it like little spurts of joy and I'm just like, "Oh man, this feels so great." And I'm just so happy. And then all of a sudden something will overcome me, a thought, an intrusive thought or a worry or a concern, and then the joy is gone and it's a grief, because the joy is like a coming to self, a full being, and then worldly matters come in and then it's gone. But is it really ever gone? I feel like when I have that spurt of joy, that is who I truly am. That is me being my most authentic self. The part of me that is always present, always aware, and always working for my best good. That is my joy. And so it's never really gone. But that it's so strange. I wonder if anyone else has any words for it or can understand that phenomenon. And for me, I just came to this realization that I have, it's not an uncommon fear or concern or worry, but I do have a fear of being perceived. Of, and it's funny because I'm sitting here making these videos and posting them. So what fear? Yeah, I'm doing it scared, as my mom says. Um, but it is something that I'm actively practicing because what is there to be afraid of in this world? It's for us to take and to enjoy and to love and to experience. So to be afraid is just putting a roadblock on myself. It's just putting chains on myself. For what? It's compromising where no compromise is required. I don't have to sit in silence and make myself small and diminish my capabilities or even doubt my capabilities for anything. I can be audaciously myself, and if it's a misstep, it's okay because I know how to dance. I can improv. I can improvise. I could take that misstep and make it into a dance and make it look like it was on purpose. Own up to the mistake, but that's the power of being resilient and creative. You can make something new from your mistake. You can learn from it and say, okay, you know what, now, okay, I got to take a step back, but now I know which way not to go. That's all part of the beauty of it. And I would love to stay in that state of joy and radical self acceptance. I would love to stay in that state. Um, it is a journey, it is a trial, it's a challenge, and I'm working on it. And I see so many people in my circle working on it, and we cheer for each other. And because it's so funny that in the past few years, I've started to see myself the way I see my friends, the people that I love. I see them and I say, all right, this world is not good enough for you. You're a beautiful ray of sunshine and joy and love, and you deserve everything that this world has to offer. You deserve all of it. And that's the love I have for the people in my life. But I never turned it on to myself because I don't know why. I know why, but I'm not going to get into it. But it's something that I've learned to start taking into myself and saying, all the things that I want to say to other people that I love and all the things that I encourage them to do, I've started doing to myself. And it is a drastic turnaround in the way I see the world and my mindset. And it's a little sad sometimes because I would compare a situation that I'm facing now to how I would have handled it maybe 3 years ago. And I look at that self of 3 years ago, and say, oh wow, she was really hurting. Oh wow, she was really reacting to things from a hurt heart space. And I mourn for her. I feel sad for her. But I'm also grateful for her enduring everything she endured and that lesson that she learned at that time, because now the person I am now, I can look at it and say, you know what, that didn't work for us. Or maybe it did, but it worked for us then, but it doesn't work for us now because we are in a different place. I So it is, it's a mix of joy and sadness. Maybe that's why I can't hold on to it. Maybe that's what life is all about. Uh Holding space for the sorrow, but also moving forward in joy and love and radical self-acceptance. And not just self-acceptance, I think in accepting myself, I've also learned to accept other people that I had walls up against. I'm still learning, I'm still working on my walls, but it's become a lot easier to recognize that not everyone is out to get you. And even if they are out to get you, what power do they have over you if you don't give it to them? Um, and I am learning that with my boundaries, I choose who to give any power to, any headspace to, any of my heart space or any of my spirit. I can choose. I can pick and choose who to give it to. And once I give it to them, if they mistreat it or misuse it, I could choose to take it back. And I could choose what to accept from them. I can choose, hey, if you have malicious intent towards me, I don't have to take it personally. I could just say, nope, that's not mine. You could keep that. Or if it does come at me, you say, okay, I receive that. I receive that energy and I transmute it into love. I transmute what you intended to harm me, and I transmute it into love for myself. Because some ways that I think of it is, if you have so much energy to spare to trying to do me harm, that means you think so highly of me. And I know sounds a little narcissistic, but you think so highly of me that I'm in so much of your headspace that you have put that energy towards me. And even though you meant it for something negative, I don't have to take it that way. I can take it and say, you know what? All right, caught it. I can either toss it back, and they call those things, return to sender. And I'm just like, no, we don't return hurt over here. We're working on that. I used to, and I still do sometimes. I have to work on my heart. But when someone sends hurt my way, I can choose to take it, receive it as just a pure energy. I don't have to receive it as hurt or negative. I can receive it as just the energy, transmute it, give it to God, and take it into myself and say, you know what? This is intention, and this is attention, and this is love. So whatever you give to me, I'm not going to take it as hurt. I'm going to send it back as love and care for yourself. That's it. And you can stay over there with that. Now I'm not going to chase you back down to give you that energy back. But just know that if you send something my way, I don't have to take it. I don't have to take it negatively. I take all the love, of course. I take all the love. I take all the care. But if you have any malintent toward me, I don't have to take it. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is um, that I don't have to take it. When someone hurts my feelings or tries to hurt my feelings, I know what they're doing. I know. I know. And it's okay. I don't, that, because it has nothing to do with me. I don't have to receive it. And I was taking it all, like all of that energy. I was taking it all. It didn't matter what it was. And now I recognize that, okay, whatever someone else's feelings are for me has nothing to do with me. Because my intention is always to have the people I interact with leave our encounter feeling uplifted. And if that's not the encounter they had with me, then at the time, let's discuss it. It's not my job. Your feelings are not my responsibility. I recognize that. But if I've done something to hurt you unintentionally, please let me know so I could correct it. And if you don't let me know, or I don't pick up on it, and you hold it against me, that's not, I don't want to say it's not fair, but it's not even. It's not an equal exchange of energy. And I don't want that karma. I don't want that on me. So give me an opportunity to correct it. Give me an opportunity to apologize. Or if you recognize that something I said offended you, but it wasn't my intent, you understand that what I say and what I do comes from places of love and care and comfort and joy, but you took offense to it, maybe take that as an opportunity to reflect on where your heart is. That takes a lot of self-awareness, and I do that as well too. I'm working on that as well too. It's a lot. It's a lot, this thing we call life. But I am enjoying it, and I'm coming to a place where I like being here, because and it's beautiful. That is a beautiful feeling to have, because there was a time where I did not want to be here. The it was like Earth is ghetto. It wasn't just ghetto for me. It felt like Earth was hell. I was like, why am I in this nightmare? Why am I here? Um, and it was only the things I deemed my obligations keeping me here. And I got to a point where I recognized that in myself, and I said, I need to understand what it is to be me without any other labels or contracts or agreements or obligations, what it is about me that is keeping me here. Because I'm not as selfless as to be like, I'm going to be here because I have kids or everyone else will be sad. That's not enough to keep you here. As we all know, and anyone who has dealt with anyone else who has suicidal ideation or who has committed that act or attempted to, there's nothing anyone can do or say to make them stay here if that's what they've chosen, if they chosen to exit. And so I had to recognize that I needed to understand what it is that was keeping me here. And I did some deep, deep diving and recognized that I like being here. I am here because I want to be. Anytime I thought about, anytime I thought about not being here, I would get sad, and I had to understand why I was getting sad. If I wanted so much to check out, why was I sad at the idea of checking out? And it was because I, the part of myself now that feels joyful, that's the part of me that was sad. That part of me was sad because life has so much to offer. There's so much more ahead. We we have so much more living to do and so many things to see and do and experience and be. Don't give up on yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Don't look at yourself with so much hatred and so much judgment that you feel like you don't have a space here. I am in a place now where I want to take up all the space. And that's amazing. I came from a place where I thought I had no business being here to I want to be here because I want to take up as much space as possible. I want to go all around the world and not just travel the world. I want to leave an imprint. I want to visit people and talk to people and have a conversation in whatever language, even if it's just hello. I want to shake hands with people. I want to give people a hug, a nod, a smile, just eye contact, and embody what it is to be joyful and love in this world. That's what I want to do. And that's the part of me that felt sad whenever I felt that I didn't belong here. And I'm so happy to be where I am now. And I only have hope and joy and love for the person I will be going forward. And I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. Um, I just wanted to share that. Thank you for listening. Oh.